Ciao everyone, come stai? How's everyone doing? We are on a flight today between Palermo and Genoa in Italy. It's a bit of a shorter one, it's going to be an hour and a half. I'm just going to set up the departure times and stuff for you now, so you'll see it up there, so you'll see when you need to come back if you're only interested in catching the arrival. So at the moment I'm flying with a 1 hour time offset. We're 1 hour behind just so we have some daylight while we fly. Not a huge fan flying in the dark, so this is what we're gonna do. Hey Boomy girl, you're right, another day, another flight, and this time we're in Ryanair. Great price. We'll get there nice and safe on time, and this way I have an excuse to make a maybe not so great landing. It's not a long one, it's 1 hour and 20 minutes this one, and we're gonna chill, have a decent time. I'm just gonna put the times up there so we know they can see when to expect our takeoff and arrival and all of that stuff. So you'll see that just now coming up on top. So let's get set, let's get prepared for the flight. Alright, so we're connected to ground power, we're connected to air conditioning, all the equipment's connected, and we'll just go ahead and get started. Enough hydraulics, enough everything to get us going. That's great. Do you not have any audio? Can you not hear anything, Boomy girl? What kind of audio are you missing? There should be airplane, there should be flight simulator, there should be music, there should be a little bit of everything. Let me know if something's not working out quite the way you expected. Alright, beautiful Palermo, and let's jump into setting up flight. This aircraft is 27k rating. It's good, correct air cycle. Flight. Forget where we're starting from. Lima, India, Charlie, Juliet, which is Palermo. Awesome, thanks, Boomy girl. Thanks for checking. And we're flying to. Well, we're going to set up the route now, and it's Lima, India, Mike, Juliet. The Mike here, Lima, India for Italy, Mike for the Milan FIR. I believe C is probably for the Catania FIR. So, like if you imagine Italy as a boot, all the northern things have a Lima, India, Mike. All the southerns have Lima, India, Charlie. In the mid is Lima, India, Romeo. I think somewhere off to the eastern side, they even have a Lima, India, Papa. Because I mean, that's how I think they're split, based on my very basic reckoning. We are call sign Ryanair 31 Kilo Kilo. That might not look the same on your stream information up top, because that takes the commercial flight number, Ryanair 29. Forget what it is. Sorry. It's Ryanair 2909, I think it was that I said. Let's see here. 2909, that's it. Flight plan. We're gonna find out. So I'll just tell you here very quickly based on the weather and everything that I have set up and ready for me here on Navigraph. There doesn't seem to be any air traffic control handling this area for us today. So in Palermo, the weather is currently 040 at 9 knots, cavalcade. It's lovely, 19 degrees Celsius. The altimeter will be at 1011. So based on that wind that I've just told you, since it's blowing from the east, we're probably going to end up departing runway 07, but the runway is 3,300 meters long, which also kind of means that runway 25 is possible, but for us runway 07 works well, and we'll see what the flow of the traffic is going to be like. We'll base ourselves accordingly. So at the moment, departing runway 07. Departure. We're heading departure to the north, so off runway 07, that's going to be the Luron 6 Romeo departure. And from there, free route to airspace is implemented here in Italy. And I've planned for a few direct routings to take us all the way up to Genoa. First waypoint that we're flying direct to is waypoint Ronab, followed by Ruvip. And you can go ahead and enter those on the route page here. Automatically the next waypoint and the direct will be filled in if they are in fact direct. If it's an airway, you need to fill in the airway first and then the waypoint. Next is BTOT, followed by POCAV. Thereafter Tinto. With all the directs in place, might as well be better to just fill in an airway, I'd say. VLAD, Tinto. We're definitely 11 degrees east. And VLAD is next. Followed by the ELP VOR. Which is the Elba, thought so. And then it's Norni, Betten. Direct, Betten, direct. Mike 729er to Idona. And then that's the airway, as you see, it goes on the Via. And then Idona is the airway. And then arrival to be followed. Good, let me see if I can put that up here so everyone can see what I'm on about. Sorry about that. Good, this should give you an idea on how the flight's gonna happen. And let me transition over there. There you go. So we are parked here. We'll taxi on to runway 07, depart runway 07. And essentially takes us over into the Med and northbound towards Luron. Nothing fancy, quite simple. And they're all above altitudes, going to be about level 100 there. Transition altitudes 5,000. Very fancy, very nice. Good. So since we're now familiar with that, move on. I'll go ahead and I'll do a scan of the overhead. The yaw damper needs to go on. We'll throw on a pump shortly, but I need to set up the fuel figures just now. That will be armed. I'm just going to do an instant fuel, so we'll go ahead and turn the seatbelt signs off. Usually we seatbelt signs on. Usually we turn the seatbelts off until all the passengers are ready to board. We have to go ahead and manually set our cruise level and stuff in here on these airplanes. So it's cruising at level 380 today. And our landing elevation at our airport in Genoa is going to be 13 feet. So we set it to a higher amount, which is 50 there. Ignition on the right igniter, strobe and steady can go on to steady. As a pilot, I'll fly because I'm captain. My colleague will not fly, he will watch because he is not captain. When you set the cost for departure 064, there's a lot of things to wiggle into play in a 737. So if you spend a couple of days flying more advanced jets, you can feel a little bit of a step backward, but you know, these are essential tasks that need to be completed. Let's go ahead and say 11,000 as our target to start our day. Reset. Want to make sure all of that is working. Fantastic. This is why I checked, because my throttle, as usual, has somehow gotten desynced. Hold on 1 second while I put it back in place. Fantastic though. Lovely. They're both ready. Unicom here 1228. And I'll come to 1215. Forgotten the fire test. Is quite nifty. Nah, not great to do. Fault detect, APU and op. Master caution, master caution. I'll switch her to overheat. Brewery 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Quite a lot of lights. Good. And that's also sorted out. Do a cargo fire test next. Lovely. Everything seems to be operational. And squawk, squawk, squawk. 2000. Perfect. 1228. Just before we leave this screen here, we're gonna go ahead and see if we can find the VOR for Palermo. It's Ponte Resi on 1130. 3 nada. Swap that up. 113 nada. Swap that up. Lovely. Airport traffic, and my colleague will take traffic and airport as well. I'll go ahead and finish now the rest of the FMC. Reserves today, on today's flight, the reserves. Warm today. $2,200. Using a cost index. Using a cost index of 15. The cruising flight level we discussed, 380, for which we need to enter the winds and top of climb OAT. So it's minus 62, 289 at 51, 289 at 51. Minus 62 degrees Celsius once we're up there. That's the temperature we have here is 12 degrees. You can execute the performance, take off, performance in it, ready to go. Super. And I need to just load up the airplane the way I just said. Up. Performance and payload, fantastic. Weight and balance, we are going with a full flight. It's actually 200 passengers, but that's fine. Full flight. In terms of cargo, we're carrying just bags today. We're carrying 2.8 tons of it, so we'll put 1,400 in both compartments. As for fuel, the total planned fuel for today's flight is 5.5 tons. So we're not tankering, but maybe today it'll be wise to tanker. So I'm gonna go see what happens if we take Genoa. Can get a little bit busy at times, especially on VATSIM event days. It is a Monday, so maybe it's not too bad. 5.5. You know what, I think we'll be alright. Let's just take 5,500 and hope for the best. So set payload, set fuel. Let's check if that has come through. 5.5 tons as we want. So we can go ahead and finish the FMC with a 0 fuel weight that was in there. And we're just waiting to do the performance. I'm gonna do performance externally with an external client. And you can just trust me on the performance that I've opted to carry out today. We are departing from Punta Raisi Airport, runway 07. From intersection Echo, which is essentially full length. I'm just going to verify it is full length because I've been bitten by that a few too many times. No, it's not full length. Ooh. Oh, I'm sorry, that's Genoa, my mistake. Punta Raisi charts. taxi, airport briefing, and information. Yeah, it's not quite full length, so it's actually 3,200 meters at 3,204, but we're gonna take 3,100. Let's just say my lineup was terrible. Optimum flaps. Yep, we'll see what it shows us, and the rest is correct. If it gives us flaps 1, we're gonna select flaps 5. It gives us flaps 5. The performance is a derated 1 takeoff, 46 selected temperature, 5 degrees of flaps, 148, 150, 157. Let me go ahead, set those numbers up. (46 degrees), derated 1, 81.7. Takeoff was with flaps 5. GG as discussed. 148, 150, 148. 150, and the next is 157. Done. Go ahead and set that up there. Auto throttle will go on now. 157. VNAV and LNAV armed. And let's get the APU started. Super, we are almost ready to go. Let me jump in. Let me get myself ready. So just remember, it's a 1 hour offset, so the current local time is 17:56 IRL, so we're going to end up departing just a little bit ahead of schedule. What I do want to check is if we end up departing ahead of schedule, would we still land within the event time, because the event is expected to start a little bit later, and the problem with, in my limited experience with Italian events, 10:30, yep, we'll make it on time. With Italian events sometimes is that nobody shows up, so we gotta be smart about it. The event starts at 18:30 GMT, so it's correct. So it's currently 17:57, an hour 20 minutes to go, and that's when we need to arrive in Genoa. So I think things are looking okay. Pre-flight checklist, oxygen tested 100%, navigation transfer display switches, normal auto, window heat on, pressurization mode select to auto, flight instruments, heading 243. Altimeter 1011, parking brake set into start, levers cut off, pre-flight checklist. Good. We'll just close all the doors up and we'll get everything disconnected. Doors. Oh, this is something cool about this Max from Ryanair. They have their own inbuilt door and we can just watch it being retracted now. There you go. And it sort of retracts into the airframe, underneath the galley essentially. Cool. Ingenious Boeing. And let's close the other door. I'll just wait for confirmation that it is closed. Everything around the aircraft is now closed. We're just waiting now for the APU to be ready, which I think it should be now. APU on bus. I will disconnect the ground power and all the cones. Take a look. Ground power disconnected. All the cones are out. So now it's going to be time for me to taxi out, and it's going to be a self-start here. So let's go ahead and pump the fuel, turn the fuel pumps on, turn the hydraulics on, anti-collision light. We want to watch the hydraulic pressure rising here, which it does make the hydraulic pressure, the quantity of fuel. Colleague will be on the legs page. In case of an engine failure, we'll fly straight ahead. Oh, it's auto set. Very nice. I'll turn a little bit of the decast off to on, alt off, and that's it. We'll go ahead. Full start checklist. Flight deck door closed. Windows. I don't know what the pump's on. Product panels. Okay, I don't remember the full start checklist. Crazy. Anyway, I'm gonna go ahead and start the engine. We need APU bleed for that. Bags off. We'll start number 2 engine fit. Takes a while. The engine's gonna motor for a little bit, after which we can then turn it on. There we go, the motoring indications disappeared, 25%. Will induce some fuel into the airplane. We can hear her starting shortly. Ooh, loud. A bit too loud for me, pardon me. That scared me, not gonna lie. We're gonna listen here to see if there's anybody in and around the area. I'm also gonna take a look at, see if there's someone around. No, it doesn't seem like there's anybody coming into Palermo. 2, 4, 7, 6-ish. That's a good start. We'll do something called the isolated pack procedure. We'll isolate the right side of the system from the left. You can see the duct there will start to split. Oopsie. Well, it's supposed to. Clearly hasn't. So negative points there for iFly. Ground power on again. So this is Ryanair's configuration of the 737 MAX 8. Specifically, they have the MAX 8 200. This, however, is not depicted on VATSIM yet, so which is why we're using the... Oops. Okay, this happens a lot quicker than the real airplanes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Light off. This happens a bit quicker than the real airplanes, because usually in the real airplane you have lots of time to talk. Maybe text your family, tell them you miss them. But, super. Frankly, a bit bright for me. OAT disagree. Deleted. Okay, so this happens when there's a disconnect between what you're telling the outside air temperatures versus what it actually is. So we'll wait for the engine to stabilize on start, and then we'll fix that. 257, okay, good. Let's get the generators on bus. Work on. We finished now. No longer need the APU. Start switch is continuous. Flaps 5 for departure. 1, 2, 5. While the flaps are moving, let's go ahead and fix this. OAT disagree, deleted. And I believe I said it was 12 degrees when that was my mistake. It's actually 18 on limit. So let me go ahead and change that to 19 degrees. 18.3 off. 5 speeds. So usually the airplane also, the performance calculator will also give you a target N1. However, this performance calculator doesn't, so we can't actually reference the target N1, which would have changed with the temperature. So that was something that I could have caught earlier. 48, 51, 57, 48, 50. 157. Good. That's there. That's done. No more AT disagree. Flaps 5, and we're going to do a flight control check. So, ailerons full left and full right. Elevator. Up and down. Rudder. Let's go back there. Rudder left and rudder right. Super. Done. No warning lights. We just does which generators and bus per beat on. I saw 5 station. We have automated stuff which continues. Recall checked. Outer brake RTO. Start levers at the flight controls check. Ground equipment clear. Alright, we're gonna taxi now. Where am I taxiing to? Runway 07. Palermo traffic, Ryanair 31 kilo. Taxiing to runway 07. Intersection Echo. Palermo traffic. Alright, parking brakes released. Next up, Genoa. Once again, this is a gorgeous part of Italy, and I will show you why. I did zoom out a little bit. Unassuming, yeah, looks nice. You might have caught it when we took a look at the performance calculation, but as we join this taxiway, you'll see what makes this so pretty. Look at that, a rock right next to the airport. A little bit like Gibraltar, which again I've never been in sim. This place looks absolutely fantastic. Palermo. So Ryanair is essentially the de facto state carrier of Italy at this time. I mean, who can blame them, right? Low fares, good fares. Especially for an hour and 20 minutes. Okay. And especially to Sicily, which I don't think has any land connections. I mean, at least I don't know. I don't think it does. We're supposed to go this way. Lovely. I'll be on the weather radar. My colleague will be on terrain. I do, however, like having the BSD on my end, so I shall keep that for myself. Okay, let's join Lima here. Clear on the left, definitely on the right. Alright, before takeoff checklist flaps. 5. Green light. Stabilizer trim. 5.72 units. Before takeoff checklist complete. Oh, it's a Ryanair specific configuration. Okay. Flaps 5 checked. 5 green lights. Stabilizer trim set. Takeoff briefing. Reviewed. Yep, no problem. Cabin secure. Be set. Transponder Tara. Okay, so they do it right before takeoff. Because the rest of these stuff are essentially they're different. This is runway data because it doesn't know the data for the arriving runway, which we haven't set up. I'm gonna take a peek again outside my nav services, to see if anybody everybody is inbound by the looks of it. So we're clear run for departure. There's a runway that we need to cross here. Let's get it lights turned on. And we'll just check left. This is the intersection that we're going to depart from. So we'll just roll out. That page, that's simple. Palermo traffic, Ryanair 31 Kilo departing runway 07 Palermo. Slow it down. Let's turn a little bit. Intersection echo. Maybe my colleague will take the visual day. The obstacle has been identified. All turns to the north only. Oh, unless we're sure we're clear of the obstacle. Steady, steady. It's good. TCAS can now go on TA array. Leads. X. Wait. Okay. Let's use all the runway we can. Buon giornata. %40 at 1 as she accelerates. 40 and 1 heading select to go. About 900 degrees GT with 80 knots. Both sides that be stable. And rotate. Nice and gentle on the 737. You want to be careful. Fail. He's off. There. LNAV. 1. LNAV. We have speed. We'll do the Ryanair procedure where they turn off the taxi and turn off lights. As the gear is up. But I believe that might be a vestige of the 737-800 which had landing gear that's landing lights that come out of the airframe heading drag. But this aircraft's case built into the wing root, so that's not necessary. Okay, my previous experience with this iteration of the 737 MAX, although it's pretty decent, the flight directors are overly sensitive and sometimes they are a little bit too panicky on the corrections. So we're just going to fly my own. I'm going to use a flight director as a reference. We're kind of going to keep my own angles and stuff so it's comfortable for our virtual passenger. See, I'll leave it at 10 degrees. I'll start that turn and you'll notice that vertical bar will come back down to me. She's going to start accelerating in a second anyway. So, accelerating turns and squat. 30 degrees. I'm pitching up ever so slightly. Arrest that acceleration rate as well. About 10 degrees, that's perfect. You can see I've got a decent climb going and a nice gentle. That's the last only turn for the departure, but the autopilot can go on. And that's it, flaps are up, there's no lights. This was done old Ryanair standard, this is done, this is done. Packs are on, bleeds are on, and the aircraft is pressurizing. You can see that because what you see here is differential pressure is increasing. The cabin is not at zero, so it's climbing obviously. It's climbing at a nice gentle rate. Very ancient. Transition altitude, standard for everybody. That's set. Transit. That is the last thing to change is the auto brakes. And that's it. I think I might even decide to go all the way up to cruise speed. We're above 250 knots. Speed is open. Go ahead and set speed to 20 knots. Airspeed selector. Et voila! Airborne from Punta Raisi. Next stop. What's the next stop? We're going next stop to Genoa. So let's go back and take a look at the outside of the airplane. It might get loud. Watch your ears. Let me turn that down for you, ladies and gents. Lovely. There we go. That's where we've departed. Lovely, lovely Sicily. That's Palermo. Somewhere down there is Catania. And I believe what you see there might be Mount Etna. They're still quite active even to this day. Lovely. Beautiful. I can just taste the food. So good. Okay, we'll let her continue on VNAV and keep climbing to our final cruise level, flight level 380. Set that up for ourselves. 380. Nice. All right, we have an interaction from a viewer. It's interacting with Mamma Mia. Nice, isn't it? Pretty part of the world for sure. Okay, we're through 10,000 as well, so that can go off. We'll let the passengers go as well. And things are looking absolutely peachy. Things are looking great. Start setting up for the arrival into the destination once we get to top of the climb. Let's see who's in our way today. Did I say it was Catania? Yes, I did. So we're departing now Sicily, and we'll fly over the sea. Has a name. I know it's a Mediterranean Sea, but there's also a different name, Ligurian Sea or something. But anyway, we're gonna fly through it, over it. Essentially, we'll be tracing the western coast of the boot of Italy. We'll fly over Elba, which is a little island of a spit in Piombino in Italy. We'll fly past Pisa and eventually commence our arrival into Genoa. Don't know what arrival is in use in Genoa. There was ATC en route, but there isn't anymore. It's going to be a nice quiet flight, and the event's supposed to start at 10:30 in a classic Italian VATSIM fashion. They are not here yet. To be fair, they've got another 7 minutes. So yeah. Good. So now that the departure is done, let's switch up to some more chill music vibes that I've got planned for us today. What have I got? We've got some nice music. How about some vintage Italian classics? This is Pavarotti. In fact, I think this whole thing calls for a glass of wine. So the times shown up there are real-time UTC, whereas the times that you might see on my PFT are adjusted for 1 hour behind which is where the sim is flying, because I wanted nice views for the departure or arrival into Genoa. Alright amigos, I'm gonna leave you with the music for a second, and I'll join you all right back. I'm gonna make this a little bit more Italian for me.
Che un sogno così non ritorni mai più. Mi dipingevo le mani e la faccia. Poi d'improvviso venivo dal vento rapito e incominciavo a volare nel cielo infinito. Volare, oh, cantare, oh, nel blu dipinto di blu, felice di stare lassù. E volavo, volavo felice più in alto del sole ed ancora più su, mentre il mondo pian piano spariva lontano laggiù. Una musica dolce suonava soltanto per me. Volare, oh, cantare, oh, nel dipinto di blu, felice di stare lassù. Ma tutti i sogni nell'alba svaniscono perché quando tramonta la luce porta. Ma io continuo a sognare negli occhi tuoi belli, che sono blu come un cielo trapunto di stelle. Volare, oh, cantare, oh, nel blu degli occhi tuoi blu, felice di stare qua e continuo a volare felice più in alto del sole ed ancora più su, mentre il mondo pian piano scompare negli occhi tuoi blu. La tua voce è una musica dolce che suona per me. Volare, oh, cantare, oh, 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 negli occhi tuoi, felice di stare qua, negli occhi tuoi, felice di stare qua.
Ho capito che ti amo quando ho visto che bastava un tuo ritardo per sentir svanire in me l'indifferenza, per temere che tu non venissi più. Ho capito che ti amo quando ho visto che bastava una tua frase per far sì che una serata come un'altra cominciasse per incanto a illuminarsi e pensare che poco tempo prima, parlando con qualcuno, mi ero messo a dire che oramai non sarei più tornato.
Alright, amigos, I'm back. Sorry to ruin the festivities. Hope you've all been having a decent time here. Let's get back into the flight deck. Ah, no. Okay guys, I think the situation will be resolved shortly. I've had a technical error, but I think I am back. Wonderful. And I'm back with something that makes me super Italian. A nice way to enjoy your weekend as well. Lovely. And we're still not at top of climb yet, so we can't have a sip yet. In the meantime, it was quite nice. You just hang out, you chat. We're taking song requests as well while we're chilling, because I don't know what I'm listening to and I don't think I like it though. Well, Dr. Chernobyl says hi to the stream. I'm gonna hold the speed back at Mach decimal 78. Helps with the climb a little bit. Also helps not to overspeed. Alright, please announce that air traffic is slowly popping up. The controllers are slowly popping up at Genoa. Doesn't look like there's a large amount of traffic, so we're still okay. Alright, 1000 a level. Alright, here we are, speed window closed. And I absolutely hate this. It scares me every single time. Intoxicating. Okay, so let me involve you all in some threats, error management for today's flight. That's us today. Approaching Ronab, most of our routings are direct along this corridor. Quite interesting actually. I guess it's some sort of restricted area between level 170 and 200. We kind of just need to be careful when we go below level 200. If anything, we need to bounce off. Quite a lot of restricted areas, don't know if they're actually active. And then around position Norni, we'll enter the Milan FIR, where we'll have air traffic control taking care of us from that point on. So waypoint Norni. Let's find out. We expect to get to Norni at 1742 our time, which IRL will be 1842. Sorry, that's not Norni, my mistake. 1805 we get to Norni. So it's about 30 minutes our time, so 30 minutes also UTC. So 1805, 1905 UTC. We'll get to Norni, we'll get the first off our instructions on what to do on the arrival into Genoa, and then we'll be okay. Till then, we're gonna monitor Unicom. I can tell you here very quickly, Genoa, they are currently using runway 28, transition level 85. It's a decent wind, light wind, 1503. So I kind of wish they used runways, the other one, runway 10, I think it is. which is a little bit more exciting. So Genoa's airport is sort of on an artificial peninsula. It's not very big, but it's just about, it's nice. So the ILS will have, well, this is a start that we're expecting to fly from Idona for all runways. Essentially we'll travel on to Mike Juliet 436 Gakby at max 200, which is a bit of a chore because I think that would put us in territory where we may need the flaps already. Then it's Mike Juliet 429, Lulit, and then Ishav. In fact, we'll see if the flaps will be needed right now. If I jump onto the FMC and I take a look at what my flaps 40 speed is, 139, and add 70 knots to it, that's usually my clean speed. Just 209 knots, so definitely going to have some flaps already at that point of the journey, which is not ideal when you're trying to be nice and clean as long as possible. So that's the first bit there. So we're definitely going to have flaps from Gakbe onwards. It's close to 10,000 feet anyway. And then that takes us all the way to Ishav for the ILS approach. I think they said well, they didn't specify the approach type, but I'm assuming it's either going to be the ILS Yankee or the Zulu, and I'm leaning towards the Zulu because it starts at Ishav. Max 210, 6,000, 4,500 as approved by ATC, and then it brings us down pretty much straight in. I know there's a little bit of an offset here, 1 degree. Might be a little bit more in sim, or might look a little bit more in sim. Here are the visibility requirements. Actually, we need 3,000 kilometers of visibility. 3,300 kilometers of visibility to be able to make this approach, which is different from the standard of 550 for Cat 1 at least. So 10 kilometers of vis here, not a big deal. RP compulsory for circling. We're not going to do circling for Cat T with money not allowed during daylight only, and we need to do it within 5 miles of Golf Sierra Echo or 4 miles of Sierra Echo Sierra, so we need to be quite close to it if we are circling, just to keep us in this tight zone. Missed approach point occurs well before the runway, I believe. Where is the missed approach point? Here, which is Mike Juliet 528. We need to do the go around, and then we essentially need to track this localizer out. Gives you enough time to almost overfly the airport, not a big deal. No obstacle free zone for runway 28. Max 160 at 5 miles. Max 160. And that's it. This is the interesting bit of the airport. The glide path is a little bit steeper. 3.17, close to 3.2. But the runway at the end of it is not necessarily... I wouldn't necessarily call it small. We have space to sort of just smack her in and exit Charlie. Perhaps 30 should be sufficient. Just gotta be careful that with the additional sync rate we don't transition that all onto... yeah, but yeah, that's it. Pretty easy flight. Pretty easy all forward, so we're gonna go ahead and put everything that I've blabbed now onto the FMC. That's a good flavor. The taste of the Alentejo. So we don't know one Juliet then. Auto brakes off. Nice. What's up, dummy? How you doing? Welcome back to stream. Good to see you here again.
Si spegne nei tuoi occhi la luna e si accendono i camini. Se tu non ci fossi, bisognerebbe inventarti. Una parola ancora. Ascolta. Ti prego. Io ti giuro. Che cosa sei? Che cosa sei? Che cosa sei? Che cosa sei?
Well, it's not a vacation when you can't also join me. So we chilling. A bit quiet now on the cruise segments of the flight. So we're just vibing, having a good time. Checking out my reels. Okay, I need to now charge my mouse. It's not doing very well. Hold on a sec, folks. Oh, maybe I can charge it here. Oh, tecnologia. Perfecto. Sometimes IRL is like this as well. Well, you don't have the wine, but you're just kind of looking out the window, looking at your instruments, looking at your colleague, smiling. Yeah, look back, and that's it. It's an exciting life, eh? But we only got 10 minutes to top of descent, so that's Great news. Great news. So I'll finish setting up the arrival. Category C aircraft 879. We're just gonna call it 880. ...800 Achtzig. 888. Sehr sexy. Ja, 880. So, dann minimum set, frequency inbound course. What is the frequency? Yes, it is the first time I'm landing in Genoa. I thought we would have the other runway, which is a little bit more exciting, but you know, it's okay. How bad can it be? 108.6 for the Sestri VOR. We can both have the Sestri VOR 108.6 on OH6. As for the ILS, is 109.3. 109.3. Super. Frequency. The inbound course for the runway is... Hell man, I have ants on my table. 283. I need my air conditioning working again quickly. Things are getting hot in here. 283. 283. I think that's it. The descent at Norni doesn't quite sound right, because at level 380 you have 120 to 130 miles before the airport you want to start the descent here. Roughly, LIMJ, 130 miles before that. And that should give you roughly an idle descent. Oh, that actually kind of corresponds. Alright, good. So where we are in Tinto right now, we are essentially abeam Rome. And we're gonna get now down to work. They'll contact us any second. Here we are. Oh, I'm sorry, it's not Tinto, it's Norni. Disregard. A little bit longer to go. So we're likely already going to be on the arrival by the time they start speaking to us at Norni, which is not too far from Idona. I think at Norni we should be even at a lower altitude. So at Norni we're expecting to be at Norni, level 230. So yeah, it's interesting. It's not much stuck into going somewhere short. Nice lights. Oh damn. getting guys, I think as the season comes along, it might actually get quite impossible to stream here. It's hot with I'm gonna have to get myself a time on. This is becoming a bit much. I need to get a thermometer to find out how hot it is. I think it is. It is significant. Significant. To find some. I need to. I'm stalking people on Instagram. What I'm doing. It's a wonderful way to spend some time on. Oh, smart, you boy. Hiding. Find you. Stalking people is amazing. Goes well with red wine. Drama, and I'm here for it. Love some drama. Alright, let's take a look at if there's a lot of arrivals going into Genoa or not. I don't think I see many. Actually, yes, there's a decent. So Speedy Bird. Yes, that's a decent amount of arrivals. Okay. Honestly, wasn't expecting there to be. There's 59 arrivals scheduled into the territory. Guys, I'm actually really funny. If I do say so myself. Nice. Alright, here we are, top of descent. Pumps, good. Pressurization, back to 50, please. Auto brakes, yes. 143, now it's 1 knot of an update, fantastic. This is all modified, this is ready. Descent checklist, pressurization, mode select auto. It's not it. Checklist. Pressurization, landing altitude 50 feet, recall checked. Auto brakes off, landing data, VRF 143, minimum speed 80. Road checklist complete. Right, descent checklist complete. Oh la la la, we've got the call from Roma, 124.2. Let's say hello. Roma radar, Ryanair 31 kilo level 380, direct Elba.
Ryanair 31 kilo Roma, buonasera, squawk 5417, minimum clean speed.
5417 minimum clean, Ryanair 31 kilo request descent.
Ryanair 31 kilo, descent level 300.
Descent level 300, Ryanair 31 kilo. Alright, minimum clean 300. Level change 300.
Ciao,
Set.
Itaro 1467, squawk 1000, descent flight level 150.
Minimum clean, I'm just gonna go for 230 here. Looks to me the safest. Even lower.
Roma, buonasera, Wizard 98, inbound retap, expect retap for Alpha, descent flight level 150.
Ciao, Wizard 98,
Minimum
squawk
clean,
1000,
interesting.
descent level 150.
So it's busier than we expect.
Squawk 1000, descent flight level 150, Wizard 98.
Roma Radar, good evening, Ryanair 5 Charlie November 360 in Mount Lamed.
Ciao, Ryanair 53 November, descent level 340.
340, November. Roma Radar, good evening, Sea Sky Quota 5 Kilo, flight level 450.
Oscar Eco Hotel Alpha Kilo Roma, buonasera. Maintain 450, direct Omaku.
Direct Omaku, buonasera, Sky Quota 5 Kilo.
Itaro 1467, no times 2 please.
Yeah, we're gonna use a touch of speed brakes to help her get down. At this speed, I mean.
Roma Radar, good evening, this is Alpine 907, Tango flight over 350 and bound to Volca.
So we only use the speed brakes until flight to 10
Alpine
position.
907 Tango Roma, buonasera, finish just 1 minute my fuel check crash. And poi 90 lo tengo Roma, radar contact, direct Dolon.
Direct Dolon, Alpine 907 Tango.
Itaro 1467, descend flight level 110.
110 Itaro for 147.
With 98 right heading 250.
Right heading 250 with the 9
And with 98 descend altitude 6000 feet, QNH Roma 1011.
And descend 6,000 feet, QNH 1011 with the 9
And 5 November, contact Milano 135.455, ciao.
Milano 3455 and 5 November, bye bye. Roma Ciao, Skylink 655, flight level 205, back to.
Alright, 2000's the level, speed brakes are going in,
Roma,
and she should come up to about 2000
Also
per
on
minute or
the
less.
Skylink 655.
Here we go.
Yeah, no, me too.
Roma, buonasera, Dynamic
1500.
307, reaching holding point Foxtrot in Napoli, we are ready for depart.
And then we'll go down to
Ciao
1000.
Dynamic, I call you back. In Dynamic 307, runway 24 clear for takeoff, intersection Foxtrot, wind 3105 knots.
Copy, clear for takeoff and runway 24, Dynamic 307.
So landing today might not be great. You see, what I've done is after I've moisturized my hand not too long ago, so it's very difficult to gonna get
Heading
it great.
655, flying for level 340.
340 Skylink 655.
With 98 left direct Exama.
Left direct Exama with the 9
Flight 182, relay your speed to Milano 135.455, ciao.
15455, later 182, we're alive, peak.
With the 98 expect runway 16 left.
Expect 16 left with the 9
Itaro 1467, expect 16 left.
Accept 167.
So now we're holding altitude and we're just
And 1467, confirm you are on the RITE for Alpha.
wasting our time. Oh.
Yes, on Rite for Alpha approach, ILS 167.
Thank you. Itaro 1467, descend flight level 080. Itaro 1467, descend flight level 080, speed 220 knots or less.
I think there might be a bug in my wine. I thought I saw it, but I can't anymore.
Yeah, indicated now 300 knots. If you check the star, there's a very strict speed restriction.
Oh, okay, it's not a bug.
Dynamic 465,
Milano 135.455, ciao.
Blocked.
Ranetri 1 kilo, relay your speed to Milano 135.455.
135.455 at speed. Binary 1 kilo, ciao. 135455.
Guitar 255, turn left by 10 degrees for separation.
Left 10 degrees, Itar 255 for separation, turn 255.
With Malta 2020, contact correction. Peter 26 Mike, contact Milano 11 decimal 6.
119 decimal 6, Peter 26 Mike, bye bye.
Milano Buonasera, Ryanair 31 Kilo Kilo level 300, minimum clean, speed 220.
Ciao, Ryanair 31 Kilo identified the descent to flight level 150, cleared Idona 1 Juliet arrival.
Descent level 150, Donna 1 Juliet arrival, Ryanair 31 Kilo Kilo.
Alpine 15 Tango, Milano 120, correction, Padova 120 decimal 725.
Retard MCP speed.
120 decimal 725, Alpha 15 Tango.
I'd go to speed brakes again.
Ciao, India, Papa Golf Alfa Romeo.
Ciao India, Papa Golf Alfa Romeo, contact Milano 126750.
12750, ciao.
With Malta 2020, contact Milano 11 decimal 6. 48 decimal 6, Kuala 2020. Easy for Lima, resume navigation, direct testo.
Direct testo, Easy for Lima.
Leader for 7 Mike on navigation, direct testo.
Direct testo, Peter 47 Mike.
Peter 255, traffic crossing, left the same level, minimum distance 6.6.
Say again, Itar 255.
Disregard brake, and 429er, contact Padova 120 decimal 725.
Contact 120 decimal 725.
The other VOR I can use 1128. I'm going to use 112. That might be it.
Jet Aviation 458, Lorenzo, che c'hai? Lighty per Pisa?
Jet Aviation 458 dovrebbe essere online con Roma, ma
Ok, be waiting for your information. Jet Aviation 458, thanks.
Jet Aviation 458, contact Roma 124 decimal 2.
Contact in Roma 124 decimal 2, grazie a te Lorenzo, ciao, buona serata, Jet Aviation 458, bye.
E benché non sapesse il nome e neppure il paese, ma aspettò come un dono d'amore fino dal primo mese.
November Alpha 176, monitor advisory, ciao.
Compiva 16 anni quel giorno la mia mamma, le strofe di taverna le cantò a mia mamma, e stringendomi al petto che sapeva di mare,
Easy for Tulim,
giocava a far la donna con il bimbo da fasciare.
Easy for Tulim, contact 1 decimal 6.
Milano 119 decimal 60, Easy for Lima, thank you, bye bye.
E forse fu per gioco o forse per amore che mi volle chiamare come nostro.
Well, I guess everyone got the same idea to fly to Genoa today.
Della sua breve vita il
1 minute approved, report back, break, Eagle 5534 Milano.
è tutto in questo nome che io mi porto addosso. E ancora ancora adesso che gioco a carte.
Milano Rara, good afternoon, Conrad 365, direct Langen.
Per la
Ciao Condor
gente
365, identified, climb to flight level 180.
Climbing 180, Conrad 365.
adesso che gioco a carte.
Peter 479, contact Milano, 11 decimal 6.
Per la gente
119 Adam,
chiamo.
Peter contact Mike, thank you, bye. Runner 57 in November, Milano 126750.
Milano 126.75, and then Python November, bye. Milano Hello, Eagle 5534, passing level 106.
Top System 91 Delta Alpha, Milano 127 decimal 450.
127.450, Milano Delta Alpha.
Eagle 5534, low identified, fly heading 140 for higher, climb to flight level 190.
Heading 140, commencing level 190, Eagle 5534.
Ita 255, proceed direct Milky, descend level 150 to reach at Milky.
Direct Milky, flight level 150 to reach the Milky, direct 255.
255 correct, contact 127 decimal 450.
12745, Eagle 255, ciao. Milano
0130, contact Roma 124 decimal 2, ciao.
124 decimal 2.
Condor 365, continue climb to flight level 300.
Today climb level 300, Condor 365.
Roger Palermo Yankee, when ready, descend to flight level 150.
Descend to flight level 150 when ready, Papa Romeo.
Flight 182, contact 119 decimal 6, call sign only. 119 decimal 6.
Niente, più niente al mondo suona un'armonica. Mi sembra
Milano, buonasera, 25 Papa, direct Lager, traffic, flight level 126.
Ciao, to flight Papa identified, climb to flight level 220 and proceed direct cutting.
Flight level 220, direct scanning to Grazie.
Yeah, 1000 level. We're back to off speed. Back we can go all the way to the S500. Really nice and slow.
mi sembra un organo che vibra per te e per me su nell'immensità del cielo per te e per me nel cielo.
Radar, good evening, your wings 9 on November uniform, passing 103 for 160 and 1 passing.
Ciao, 9 November uniform identified, climb to flight level 360.
Cover flight number 360, wings 9 on November uniform.
Eagle 5534 is on navigation, direct Orto.
Santi che pagano il mio pranzo non ce
Eagle
n'è
Eagle 5534.
sulle panchine in piazza Grande. Ma quando fame
Papa Hotel Papa Romeo Yankee, contact Milano 119 decimal 6.
qui non ce n'è.
Milano 119 decimal 6, Papa Hotel Papa Romeo.
Guarda, ho molti amici intorno a me.
Milano Radar, hello, with the Malta 463 with you.
Hold the
Ciao,
quarry.
Malta 463 Milano identified, squawk 1000.
1000.
E no, a modo mio, avrei bisogno di carezze anch'io. A modo mio.
Your wings 9 on November uniform, any direct possible?
Hold to hold.
Yeah, I was about to call you, proceed direct to David.
Non ce l'ho,
Direct exit, thank you, you're wing 9 and November uniform.
A chi mi crede prendo amore, amore do.
Milano Center, good day. Caledonian 981 with you, passing flight
Stand
level
by.
108 for flight level 140, direct Lagen.
Caledonian 981 identified, proceed direct Sierra Romeo November, climb to flight level 180.
Direct Sierra Romeo November and climb flight level 180, Caledonian 981.
Anch'io avrei bisogno di pregare Dio. Alla mia vita non la
Runner 31 kilo, contact 119.6.
a modo mio.
119.6 Ryanair 31 kilo. Ciao.
Lenzuola bianche per coprirci non ne ho. Sotto le stelle in piazza grande. Se la vita
119.6.
Climb flight level 240.
What's this?
e se non ci sarà
Santa
più
Papa
gente
Mike,
come me,
speed 1.
voglio morire in piazza
Santa
grande,
Papa Mike, distance speed 200.
tra i gatti che non han parole come me.
Speed 180 non Santi 6, contact tower 118.6, ciao.
A me.
River 26 Mike, resume navigation direct Mike Juliet 429.
Direct Mike Juliet 429, speed 26 Mike.
Approach Buenos Aires, Ryanair 31 kilo, level 150. Minimum clean, 210 knots.
Ryanair 31 kilo, Milano radar contact, stand by, break, easy 4 to Lima, resume navigation direct Gasper.
Direct Gasper, easy 4 to Lima.
Ryanair 31 kilo, Milano expect LS2 approach runway 28.
LS Zulu runway 28, Ryanair 31 kilo with information Charlie.
Easy 4 to Lima, descend 6000, 15 H1011.
Descend 6000 QH 1011, easy 4 to Lima.
This is great wine.
Papa Hotel, Papa Romeo Yankee, over at Unita, requested.
Stand by.
Well, likewise, ladies and gents, we're also getting quite high. At 30 miles, we need to be at 9,000 feet, yet here we are at 15.
With Malta 2020, descend 4500 feet, clear the LS2 approach runway.
4,500 feet, 2028, 2020.
Papa Hotel Romeo, correction, Papa Hotel Papa Romeo Yankee, Milano radar contact, expect LS2 approach runway 28, stand by for roller.
Expect LS Zulu runway 28 and stand by for Papa Romeo.
Flight 182, continue right, heading 270.
Right at 70.
With Malta 2020, speed 170.
Speed 170, not 2020.
Okay, people are being asked for insane speeds. So, that sounds.
River 26 Mike, descend 4700 feet.
Let's get
speed
1 knot at flaps in. Let's get some flaps in. Flaps 1.
Speed 200, speed first, 26 Mike.
Bring her to
River
flaps 1 speed.
Mike, descend flight level 9 at 0, resume navigation direct Gasper.
Descent 9 in direct Gasper.
Because I'm gonna need those flaps for the drag.
Ryanair
Get down.
1 kilo for sequencing, turn right heading 09.
Right turn heading 090, Ryanair 31 kilo. Select right turn, 3, turn
And
90.
Ryanair 1 kilo, distance flight level 140.
Descend level 140, Ryanair 31 kilo. 090 for the heading.
Contact tower 118.
Level 140, and let's shuttle. Let's get down at 1,000 feet per minute. I don't think this is necessary then. Back to up speed.
Speed 16,
Flaps up.
Speed 180.
Speed 180, speed 26 Mike.
Nice, now we're going the wrong way. I love going the wrong way.
Flight 182, continue descent flight level 110.
My humble opinion, holding is
Santana nel Papa Mike, Daniel 31 kilo, continue right, heading 180.
continue right turn heading 180. Ryanair 31 kilo. Heading 180, Sachi.
Speedbird cross Mike, speed 210.
Speed 210, speedbird 47 Mike.
Speedbird cross Mike, continue descend 6000 feet, KNH 1011.
Descend 6000 feet, KNH 1011, speedbird 47 Mike.
BP 40 Lima, continue descend 4500 feet.
Continue descend 4500, easy for Lima.
Speedbird 26 Mike, via Isham, clear left to full approach runway 28.
By Isha Street, Isle Zulu, approach runway 28, speedbird 26 Mike.
Papa Hotel Papa Romeo Yankee, descend flight level 140, turn right heading 090.
Right heading 090 and flight level 140, Papa Romeo.
CG 40 Lima, speed 180.
Speed 180, easy for Lima.
Speedbird Foxtrot Mike, speed 190. Speedbird Foxtrot Mike, speed 190.
Speed 190 knots, speedbird 47 Mike.
Get a little bit of icing.
With Malta 2020, speed 160 knots, until 5, contact tower 118, decimal 6.
Engineer TI is on.
1625, 418, Charles, Malta 2020.
Plata 182, resume navigation direct Mike Juliet 49.
Direct Mike Juliet 49 at Plata.
Plata 182, descend 6000 feet, KNH 1011 and speed 200.
110,000, ready, 1
Papa Hotel Papa Romeo Yankee, continue right, heading 150.
Right heading 150, Papa Romeo.
And at 31 kilo, turn right, heading 270.
Right heading 270, Ryanair 31 kilo. 70 heading set.
Milan radar, Buenos Aires, Delta J, flight level 150, heading 070, minimum clean.
Double to date, Milano radar contact, descend flight level 100, speed 200.
Descend flight level 100, and what's the speed it Delta J?
Speed
200.
200.
Speed 200 is Delta J.
Bene, 31 kilo, descend flight level 100. Ryanair 31 kilo, descend flight level 110.
Descend level 110, Ryanair 31 kilo. Don't text to fly.
BP Porto Lima, clear the
110, 1000.
full approach 128 via Isham.
By ETAP, clear Isle Zulu, runway 28, easy for Lima.
Papa Hotel Papa Romeo Yankee, descend flight level 110.
Descend flight level 110, Papa Romeo.
Radar up to date, continue heading, expect protector.
Continue heading, expecting back to the Delta J.
Speedbird Foxtrot Mike, descend 4500 feet, clear the left full approach runway 28.
Descend 4500 feet and cleared Isle Zulu, runway 28, speedbird 47 Mike.
Bene, 1 kilo, turn right, heading 300, descend flight level 900.
Right heading 300, descend level 90, Ryanair 31 kilo. Okay, 300
Papa
now.
Romeo Yankee, right heading 220.
Right heading 210, Papa Romeo.
Speedbird 26 Mike, how long do you want me to hold 180 knots?
Speedbird 26 Mike, speed 160 now until 6 miles, contact tower 118, that's
160 until 6 miles, 118.6. Bye bye, Speedbird 26 Mike.
easy for Lima speed, correction, maintain 180.
Milano Ryanair 31 kilo kilo.
And then 1 kilo Milano.
Yes, we just want to know our number in sequence and estimated approach time. Ryanair 31 kilo kilo.
You will be resumed by a Mike Juliet from Genoa in about 2 minutes.
Archer Ryanair 31 kilo kilo minimum fuel.
Copy.
Control, good evening, Berlin 123, inbound Kula.
Berlin 123 Milano, radar contact, expect RS to approach runway 28 to descend flight level 100.
Using reserve fuel.
Heading 100 and expecting highway 228, every motor.
We can wait a bit longer before we go to the alternate, but essentially I'm telling them I'm willing to stick around and my alternate is no longer available because we're holding now to the south, whereas the alternate airport is to the north anyway, so we're just burn fuel going past it. B200 direct Mike Juliet 429er, Ryanair 1 kilo kilo. Mike Juliet 429er, LNF. B200.
Right heading 240, Papa Romeo.
200 to set.
Every morning, actually, just for your information, I don't have the star in my flight plan, but I'm trying to fly it with headings for myself.
Berlin 123, Georgia, onwards, maintain, present heading. Best effort, I left to approach runway by a teacher.
Every morning, by present heading, sorry, I'm expecting vector 4 in every morning.
Ryanair 1 kilo kilo descend 6,000 feet, QNH 1011.
Descend 6,000 feet, QNH 1011, Ryanair 31 kilo kilo. 6,000 set. 011.
Speedbird 47 Mike, speed 180.
Speed 180 knots, Speedbird 47 Mike.
Shadow 28, turn right heading 190.
190 Windows 28.
Berlin 123, continue from flight level 9.
Even 9 is over every morning.
Papa Romeo Yankee, what's your minimum approach speed?
Minimum approach speed is 160.
Confirm 160 minimum approach speed.
No, I can do much less than 140.
So you have a PC12, you are doing 140 watts with the minimum.
Roger. 140. I can go even slower. I can go 60 for the landing speed. Papa Romeo Yankee.
That's fine. 140 is fine for me for the landing speed.
Good question.
Papa Hotel Papa Romeo Yankee descent flight level 9 0 to right heading 310.
Level change, retail MC.
Right heading 310 and descent 5190. Papa Romeo Yankee.
Alright, from here it's going to look nice, so we're going to start recording.
Papa Hotel Papa Romeo Yankee, speed now 190.
190 Papa Romeo Yankee.
Give a short Mike, speed 180 knots until 8, contact tower 118, that's not 6, ciao.
180 until 8 and power on 118.6, Speedbird 47 Mike. Thank you, bye.
We'll plan the tower as well, 186.
Berlin 123, turn right, heading 250.
Right 250, Berlin 123.
Nice. If you keep going, you get to France. Quite pretty, quite
Oh,
nice. I
navigation
enjoy
Mike
it.
Juliet
Nice.
429 Papa Romeo.
Ryanair 31 kilo, descend 4,500 feet, speed 190.
4,500 feet, speed 190. Ryanair 31 kilo.
Delta 182 via Asia, clear direct to Zulu approach runway 12.
Speed 190, 4,500. Set.
Then approach to airplane for hotel 1817, 150,
Delta 1817 Milano, radar contact, distance flight level 1, under expect left Zulu approach runway 12.
and 106 direct pilot approach I Zulu approach for hotel 117.
Shadow to 38 left heading 060.
060, it has to change.
Ryanair 31 kilo via Asia, clear direct to Zulu approach runway 12.
IHF cleared LSUB runway 128. Ryanair 31 kilo.
Berlin 123, continue descend flight correction 7,000 feet, finish 1011.
QNH 1011 and throttle speed every mode 3.
Shadow to 38 descend 4,500 feet, finish 1011.
ITC 4,500.
4,500 feet,
Set
lock
that.
again at 1011, it has to change.
Hotel Papa Dominique
Vertical
descend
speed
4,500
1,500.
feet, finish 1011.
4,500 feet QNH 1011 Papa Romeo.
Hotel 1817, proceed direct Udman.
Wonderful.
Direct with Max for hotel 1817.
Flight 182, speed 180 knots until 8160 until 6.
180 until 160, then 180.
Flight 182, 180 until 8 miles, 160 until 6. Contact tower 118 6.
180
Ah,
until
ITS.
5, 1
What?
0 until 6. By the way, tower
Engine
180.
ATS. Off.
Milano Ciao Ryanair 3 Lima Charlie, passing flight level 170 for 150.
Ryanair 3 Lima Charlie, Milano radar contact. To descend flight level 110, expect LS Zulu approach runway 28.
Descend level
Using
110,
reserve
expecting
fuel,
Island
we're
Zulu
aware.
28 runway, Ryanair 3 Lima Charlie.
Yeah, we'll declare minimum. Go for it.
Ryanair 3 Lima Charlie, proceed direct Mike Juliet 444.
Say again, Ryanair 3 Lima Charlie.
So today the landing we're just gonna
Proceed
stick it
direct Mike
because
Juliet
we
444.
Mike Juliet 444, Ryanair 3 Lima Charlie.
we don't want to mess around with the minimum fuel we have because if we go around we're gonna come back and get resequenced.
Shadow to 38,
That really
continue
puts us in a
left,
tight
heading
spot.
040.
So
040, it has to change.
we're just gonna land for this one.
Hotel 1817, descend 7,000 correction, descend flight level 900.
Descent 9 over hotel 1817.
So here we can watch the glide slope come to us, which will intercept her on Mike Juliet 514. Problem with that is because we're doing a 3.2 degree glide slope, it needs a little bit of additional drag. Laps 1 isn't going to cut it, so we're going to have to delay it a bit more, but we're going to select flap start before we catch the glide slope.
Hotel Papa Romeo Yankee, via
I'll let
Asia,
my
clear
colleague
direct
switch over to the
Zulu
ILS
approach
as
runway
well.
Fire HF, cleared ILS approach, runway 28, Papa Romeo Yankee.
89 Papa Kilo Milano, radar contact, expect LS Zulu
That's
approach
wonderful.
runway 28, descend flight level, continue descend flight
Wow.
level 150.
Descent 150, expecting ILS Zulu 28 Lufthansa, Papa Kilo.
Milano Ciao, with 2 Papa Kilo coming south south.
Swiss to Papa Kilo Milano, radar contact.
It's not a great place to be
Flight
above
level
the glide
140.
slope because then you would be essentially diving to catch it, and your rate of closure with the terrain will be rather high. So you may get spurious GPWS warnings, which you would have to take into account because of your descent rate. That's why I'm also doing 500 foot per minute. And we're gonna get the drag on just now. Alt acquire. Let's go ahead for the next drop of flaps. Flaps 5 for this bit.
Berlin 123, continue descend 6,000 feet.
And I'm gonna on the approach mode.
6,000 feet, Avenue 123.
Forelock, multiple.
And Air Berlin 123, speed 200.
200 Avenue 123.
And let's bring this to final approach. Pause.
Ryanair 3 Lima Charlie, continue descend flight level 100.
Or runway track 2.
Descending flight level 100, Ryanair 3 Lima Charlie.
Captured.
So 1817, speed 200.
Next approach 3000. 3000 set.
Ryanair 31 kilo, speed 180 knots until 8160 knots until 6. Contact tower 118.6, ciao.
180 to 8, 160 to 6, tar 118.6, Ryanair 31 kilo kilo chow. 180 set. Genoa 12 Buonasera, Ryanair 31 kilo kilo, 12 miles, ILS runway 28.
Ciao Ryanair 31 kilo, Genoa Tower runway 28, continue approach, 1 departure ahead.
Continue approach runway 28, Ryanair 31 kilo kilo.
Genoa FedEx 370, Sean Charlie on board, request upon clearance to destination.
The plan is to let the
FedEx
localizer do the work.
information
Keeps us off the coastline.
Delta currently
Once we're closer to here,
departure,
which is like a dock line or something, I'll disconnect and realign with the runway a little bit cleaner. So it's nice equipment as well.
Clear to destination via UNITA 1 kilo departure, runway 28, initially 5,000 feet, squawk 7457 for FedEx 370.
FedEx 370, is that correct? Plan to depart via intersection Golf, break
8 miles.
FedEx 370, sorry, can you repeat?
Flaps 15.
FedEx 370, is that correct? Plan to depart
160.
via intersection
The intersection Golf, departure FedEx 370.
Lufthansa 35 X-ray via Foxtrot, runway 28, Lana Wait.
Via Foxtrot, runway 28, Lana Wait.
2530. Get our landing flaps underway. Door switches continuous. Speed brakes are on. Down. Flaps steady green light. Landing switches.
Lufthansa 35 X-ray,
Heading to 6
runway 28,
miles.
clear for takeoff, wind 160 degrees, 3 knots.
Runway 28,
And
clear for
sphere
takeoff.
plus 5148 set.
Saita 182, taxi stand 403
And
via
your
Alpha
flaps
November
from
Mike.
Stand 403 Alpha November Mike, straight away.
I remember she has trouble with this. Flight director is off. I'm back on. Dropping this page. Connected with a wallet. Getting a little bit below the glide. Puppies are still looking alright. Just gonna rest my sync rate to about 500 feet per minute. Watching the ref there.
Ryanair 31 kilo, runway 28, clear to land, wind 160 degrees, 3 knots.
The land runway 28, Ryanair 31 kilo. So this has lined itself
Lufthansa
now
35
with
X-ray,
the
identify to contact Milano 119.6, ciao.
119.6.
it's tough because we keep realigning with sort of 3.2 sometimes. Threshold on the landing. The Docklands here. 200 copy. And then speed is under control. I'll bring back 4 knots fast. Nicely. A little bit of split on my throttle. 500 feet. Gear, flap, speed, good.
36 to Quebec, request taxi.
36 to Quebec, taxi holding point Golf, runway 28 via Mike.
Holding point Golf, runway 28 via Mike, 36 to Quebec.
36 to Quebec, confirm backtrack required.
Negative, we should be taking via Golf, 36 to Quebec.
Genoa, this is Papa Hotel, Papa Romeo Yankee, established from ILS runway 28.
Papa Hotel, Papa Romeo Yankee, Genoa Tower, runway 28, continue approach, one departure ahead.
Continue approach, one departure ahead, Papa Romeo.
Genoa FedEx 370 ready for pushback, pushback and start. FedEx 370, push start approved, face south, QNH 1011. Push start approved, facing south, QNH 1011 for FedEx 370. To Quebec, report ready upon reaching.
36 to Quebec, ready for departure.
Quebec, correction. 36 to Quebec, runway 28, clear for takeoff, wind 160 degrees, 3 knots.
Clear for takeoff, runway 28, 36 to Quebec.
Ryanair 31 kilo, taxi to stand 30, correction. Taxi via Alpha, hold short, Echo.
Taxi via Alpha, hold short Echo, Ryanair 31 kilo. Sorry about that, folks. My mouse got stuck. Alpha, hold short Echo. Alright, that was, I think, a decent landing. Let's stop the recording here.
Papa Hotel, Papa Romeo Yankee, reduce minimum approach speed.
Reduce to minimum approach speed, Papa Romeo Yankee.
2.2, so landed exactly.
D9107, request position start.
That's Echo system
Bye.
here. Over Echo.
'89er 107, push start approved, face east, QNH 1011.
Geneva Towers, Buonasera, Italy 238, let's approach runway 28, 9 miles.
Tower 238, Genoa Tower, runway 28, continue approach number 2.
Actually, really well handled event.
Italy 238.
I think you've been wiser to have more of the FIRs.
Papa Hotel, Papa Romeo Yankee, runway 28, clear to
Really
land,
nicely
wind
done.
160 degrees, 3 knots.
Clear to land runway 28, Papa Romeo.
I think it's an airport that sees as much traffic.
Genova Tower, November 486, right change.
Ryanair 31 kilo, taxi to stand 404 via Alpha Papa.
Alpha Papa stand 404. Ryanair 31 kilo. 404 via what? Alpha Papa.
36 to Quebec, identified the contact Milano 119.6, traffic.
119.6 to 36 to Quebec, cheers.
Alrighty, 404, here we go. Okay, someone sent me a message. Clap, 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 clap from Dummy. Thank you very much. Dummy, appreciate it. Wonder what the landing rate was. We'll watch replay once we get there. 220 or super good. Something is. Ryanair 31 kilo holding position.
Tower 238, runway 28, clear to land, wind 160 degrees, 3 knots.
Left 1 runway 28 Delta 28.
Papa Hotel Papa Romeo Yankee, taxi to stand 209 via Foxtrot Mike.
Taxi stand 209 via Foxtrot and Mike, Papa Romeo Yankee. Grazie.
Genoa Tower, good evening, Volotea 1817, ILS 28.
Ciao Volotea 1817, Genoa Tower, runway 28, continue approach number 2.
Future approach number 2, Volotea 1817.
So I think it defaults to an Embraer when there are airplane types like business jets. So that's probably what happened there.
31 Kilo, continue taxi to stand 404 via Papa.
Papa stand 404 Ryanair, 31 Kilo, grazie. Grazie. I think what's important when you say grazie is it sounds like you don't care. That way it makes it sound. Anyway, let's we'll pretend to get the APU on. We're not going to do anything because I'd like to watch a replay. Okay, APU will be turned on. I'll turn off the turn-off lights as well. And stand 404 should be slightly to the right. Looking nice though. I'd get here, get to the hotel, pour myself a glass of wine, and just tax that off. Yeah, I've been told that I park a bit fast.
Helicopter Martin 9107 is push.
89 push start approved, base east, QNH 1011.
Push start approved, base east, 91011. Martin
89 I cleared you for push 5 minutes ago.
Say again, sorry, for 9107?
Disregard.
Okay, Delta Jet runway 28 vacated on Bravo.
Volotea 1817, runway 28, clear to land, wind 160 degrees, clear.
18 clear to land,
Brake
clear to land,
set.
1817.
And at this point you turn off the engines, but we're gonna watch the line. Parked a bit askew.
Correct 370, just to confirm,
Let's see if I parked askew.
I give
What
you
the
the
hell?
clearance to push 5 minutes ago.
Sorry, I'm not ready for
someone
push.
is smelling my left pit, so maybe I should park a bit askew. That's interesting. Good, so I'm gonna disconnect here before he keeps skewing me.
Correct 370.
And we're gonna go see that replay, just the last part of it. So I'm gonna get flaps out to position 30, which is 1 notch below full flaps. I'll go ahead and set all of the lights back the way they were for the arrival, so we get to enjoy the actual landing view. And in the meantime, let's find a view that we like. I think it's a pretty nice view of the airplane for landing. This is a great view for landing. Yeah, this is I can get behind this. Nice view to take a look at. And I'll clear the stream information and myself, and we can see what this looks like on final. Looks to be a big monument here. I don't know what it is, but it looks quite ancient. Definitely wouldn't want to be hitting that. Don't think the insurance would cover it. Alright guys, I'll take this moment to say goodbye. And after touchdown, we'll head on out. Thanks very much for joining me for the stream. Full flight from Palermo to Genoa. Enjoy the landing, and we'll see you next time.